Have you ever stepped out of bed and felt like your knees just weren't ready to support you? Maybe you've started avoiding stairs, or grabbing the handrail has become second nature. Let me tell you something. Knee pain isn't just part of getting old. It's a sign your joints are asking for help. And the good news is, help doesn't have to come in the form of a prescription. I'm Dr. James, and after more than 3 decades working with men over 60, I've seen what happens when mobility starts to fade. But I've also seen what happens when the right kind of support is given, simply, consistently, and naturally. In this video, I'll show you a powerful way to support your knees with just 3 everyday ingredients. It's affordable, natural, and takes only a few minutes each morning, and best of all, it puts you back in control of your health. So if you're tired of stiffness or ready to take real steps towards strength and independence, stay with me until the end. And before we begin, hit that subscribe button, because every week I share real, proven tips to help you live stronger after 60. Let's start with a truth that surprises many of my patients. Your knees aren't wearing out, they're drying out. The real issue behind most knee pain after 60 isn't the bones. It's the soft cushion between them, cartilage. This flexible, shock-absorbing tissue relies heavily on a protein called collagen. It's what gives your joints strength, flexibility, and resilience. But after age 30, your body naturally produces about 1% less collagen every year. By the time you reach 65 or 70, that decline becomes noticeable. You might feel it as stiffness when you wake up, or pain when walking downhill, or the need to rest more often than you used to. Now, here's what most men don't hear. This process is not permanent. Collagen loss can be slowed and even reversed when your body is given the right tools. Think of it like a workshop that's been shut down. The workers are still there, but they don't have the raw materials to do their job. Give them the right supplies and the repair begins. In just a minute, I'll show you a simple way to provide those exact supplies, right from your own kitchen. But first, I want to ask, have you noticed changes in your knees recently? Maybe you've stopped doing something you used to enjoy, walking the golf course, fixing things around the house, playing with grandkids. If so, let me know in the comments below. You're not alone, and today, you'll learn how to take control again. Now, let's talk about the formula, the one I've recommended to dozens of my patients, including former construction workers, veterans, and retired mechanics. Men who once relied on their strength and who now just want to move without wincing. This joint-restoring recipe uses 3 ingredients. Nothing exotic, nothing expensive. You can find them at any grocery store, and together they form a powerful support system for your knees. First up is chayote, a humble green squash that's packed with vitamin C. It's often overlooked, but this vegetable plays a major role in collagen production. Think of vitamin C as the glue guy. It helps bond collagen fibers together, making your cartilage stronger and more resilient. Second is pineapple, not just for flavor, but because it contains an enzyme called bromelain. Bromelain fights inflammation in a way that rivals over-the-counter meds, without the side effects. Most people throw out the pineapple core, but that's where the bromelain is most concentrated. We'll use it. And finally, the real powerhouse, unflavored gelatin. This is collagen in its most usable form. When prepared correctly, it provides your body with the exact amino acids it needs to rebuild worn cartilage. It's like delivering fresh bricks to a damaged wall. No conversion needed, no waiting. What's remarkable is how these ingredients work together. Vitamin C sparks the collagen building process. Bromelain clears out inflammation so healing can happen. And gelatin provides the raw material. When combined, the effect is greater than the sum of their parts. I've seen men regain strength they thought was gone for good. One patient Harold, 68, told me after 3 weeks on this blend, he climbed the stairs at his church without holding the rail for the first time in years. This isn't hype, it's biology, put to good use. In the next section, I'll walk you step by step through how to make this formula at home the right way. But before we go on, let me know in the comments, which of these ingredients surprised you the most? It's one thing to know the ingredients, but like any good repair job, the outcome depends on how you put them together. And most people make one critical mistake when preparing gelatin. They don't hydrate it properly. That alone can cut your results in half. So let's do this right. Here's what you'll need: half of a peeled chayote, 1 thick slice of pineapple, core included, 1 packet of unflavored gelatin, about 10 grams, and around 1 2/3 cups of filtered water. If you prefer a touch of sweetness, you can add a small spoon of honey, but that's optional. First, hydrate the gelatin. Pour it into a small bowl and add 5 tablespoons of warm water. Not hot, just warm to the touch. Stir it well and let it sit for 5 full minutes. This gives the gelatin time to fully absorb the water and become ready for blending. While that rests, chop the chayote into small pieces. No need to remove the seed. It blends well and contains nutrients. Cut your pineapple slice into cubes, making sure to include the core. That's where the most powerful enzymes live. Next, place the water, chayote, and pineapple into your blender. Blend for 3 full minutes. The goal here is to break down every fiber, so your body doesn't have to. Once the texture is smooth, add the hydrated gelatin. Blend again for another 2 minutes. This second round is key. It ensures the gelatin fully dissolves and binds with the juice. The result should be a light greenish-yellow drink with a slightly thick consistency. Not too runny, not too chunky. If you'd like to add honey, do it now, while the mixture is still slightly warm. Pour the juice into a glass container, seal it tightly, and refrigerate. It's best consumed within 24 hours. After that, the nutritional value begins to fade, and always store it in glass, not plastic. Pineapple's natural acidity can react with softer materials. Drink 1 glass in the morning on an empty stomach. That's when your body is most ready to absorb nutrients, up to 60% more efficient than after a meal. Wait at least 20 minutes before eating anything else. This is a morning habit you can build into your routine. No pills, no fuss, just real nourishment for real results. Next, we'll talk about what you can expect to feel and when. You might be surprised how quickly things start to change. So, what kind of results can you expect? And how soon? Let's be clear. This isn't some overnight fix. But for men who stay consistent, the changes often come faster than expected. I've monitored dozens of cases, and the timeline is remarkably consistent. By day 7, most men report one noticeable shift: less stiffness in the morning. That painful first step out of bed feels smoother. Knees that used to creak and hesitate start to move with more confidence. It's not dramatic, but it's enough to make you take notice. By day 21, the difference becomes more obvious. You may find yourself walking longer without needing a rest. Climbing stairs doesn't feel like a burden. For many, the dull ache that used to sit behind the kneecap fades into the background. I remember one of my patients, Tom, 71 years old, retired fire captain, told me that after 3 weeks of drinking the juice, he was able to take his dog on a full-mile walk for the first time in over a year. No cane, no ice pack afterward, just a quiet sense of pride. And here's something else I didn't expect until I saw it happen repeatedly: better sleep. That's thanks to glycine, one of the amino acids in gelatin. It has a calming effect on the nervous system, helping you fall into deeper, more restorative rest. Some men told me they haven't slept that well in years. By day 90, the foundation is set. Cartilage doesn't rebuild in a week. It takes time. But after 3 consistent months, many men report a dramatic difference in how their knees feel and perform. Less pain, more freedom, better posture. Some even regain enough confidence to return to light exercise, walking hills, riding a bike, or doing basic strength work. This isn't magic. It's your body doing what it's designed to do when you give it the tools it needs. I encourage you, stay consistent for 21 days, then 90. You can even scale back to 3 times a week after that for maintenance. Let me know in the comments, what would you do again if knee pain wasn't holding you back? One of the best things about this recipe is how flexible it is. Not every man has the same tastes or the same goals. Some want better mobility. Others care most about sleep or energy or reducing inflammation. So let's walk through a few smart adjustments you can make, depending on what your body needs. If you find the flavor of chayote a little too strong or earthy, you can replace half of it with cucumber. It's lighter, more refreshing, and still rich in silica, a mineral that supports skin, joints, and connective tissue. For some of my patients, that switch made the drink not only easier to tolerate, but something they actually looked forward to. Want to boost the anti-inflammatory effect even further? Add a small slice of fresh ginger, about the size of your thumb. Ginger helps reduce joint swelling and adds a bit of warmth to the flavor. Think of it as turning your daily juice into a smart, subtle engine tune-up, one that keeps your system running cleaner. For men who want to improve skin, hair, and overall resilience, adding a teaspoon of coconut oil to the drink helps your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients. And it adds healthy fats your skin can use to stay elastic and protected, something we lose faster than we realize after 60. You can also add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder for added antioxidant power. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, helps fight oxidative damage, a hidden contributor to both joint pain and aging. Just be sure to stir well as turmeric tends to settle. Looking for joint reinforcement? Stir in a spoonful of hydrated chia seeds. These tiny powerhouses are rich in omega-3s, the good fats your joints and heart will thank you for. Hydrate them in water for 10 minutes before adding them to your juice. Now, if you're watching your sugar levels, especially if you have prediabetes or type 2, choose less ripe pineapple and skip the honey. The drink will still work. You can even add a sprinkle of cinnamon to help regulate blood sugar and give the drink a comforting, grounded flavor. Finally, if you're looking for a natural immune and joint boost, consider propolis drops, just 1 teaspoon. It's a natural extract from beehives that supports inflammation control and overall recovery. You don't need to use all of these. Just pick 1 or 2 that match your needs. Start simple, and as the habit builds, adjust it to suit your routine and your goals. Every man is different, but the one thing that stays the same. The more intentional you are about your health, the more freedom you'll get back in return. If there's one thing I've learned over the years working with men over 60, it's this. Most of you don't ask for perfect health. You just want to move without pain, to get up without thinking twice, to walk with purpose, not hesitation. And that's exactly what this formula is about. It's not a miracle. It's a strategy, a natural, affordable way to give your knees and your body the raw materials they need to rebuild and recover. 1 glass a day, 3 simple ingredients. That's it. You don't need a cabinet full of supplements or an expensive gym membership. You just need a plan and the willingness to follow through. So here's my advice. Try it for 21 days, just 3 weeks. See how your knees respond. And if you find even a small improvement, hold on to that. Build on it. Because progress builds confidence, and confidence leads to action. If this video was helpful, share it with a friend or family member who's struggling with joint pain. You never know who might be waiting for something this simple. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Every week, I'll be here with more ways to help you live stronger, move better, and stay independent, no matter your age. Now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you'd love to do again if your knees didn't hold you back? Drop it in the comments. Let's start a conversation that leads to real change.